we are here. Hopefully you can hear us. Speak now,
Hello, hello.
Chris. Yes, can everyone hear Chris? Hopefully you can hear Chris as well. We are back. We hope. We think. You can tell us. You can tell us. Oh, maybe text messages are a wee bit skew up there. Tidy those up a wee bit. Make them easier to read. Hiya, everyone. How are you all keeping? Hope you are keeping well. How's things going with you, Chris?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. It's just normal crap.
As exciting as that, huh?
Exactly. Kids and crap.
I know. I'm just rearranging the screen here to see if we can get it in a slightly better format here. Just you talk away. Do you just want to shout out to some of the folk on the messages while I'm doing this? This is great. Having somebody else to talk.
I don't know what to say. Hello to everybody.
Oh, for goodness sake, go through the list. Lisa, you're there. You shout out. Oh, she's mute. She's muted herself this evening. She's too
Say
shy.
hello.
Lisa's
Gillian's
too.
in, Ronnie's in, Carol Clyde's in, Nicola McElreevy's in, William Coohan's in.
My goodness. We're doing good then. We're doing good. We've got quite a few in. That's good. That's good. Nice to hear. Now, if I do that, make me
The
near.
Chinaman's in.
Is he? Oh,
He's in, yes.
yay.
Already calling people balloons.
Already?
Already.
Already? Oh my goodness. China. Disaster. It's his fault that we didn't work last week. That's what it is. It's all his fault. I'm blaming him. Nobody else.
And kept that we sure that the Prop Boys were the last band.
Oh, were they? Were they
were.
on the list last week?
Oh, yes, they were.
And Eddie Torney's in. I can see Eddie's in. Stephen Feely is in. Can see them all in. Oh, I've lost names now. What am I doing? Good evening to everyone. Lovely to have you here. Penny's here as well. I am just playing about with the screen here for a few seconds, so just bear with us. Filling time here until I can get this looking a wee bit more Protestant looking, isn't that what they say? So, Chris.
I should have shaved them.
Huh?
I should have shaved them.
Wee bit tighter looking. Oh, see these Gertrude boys. Bet you China would have been. Bet you China would have shaved. Absolutely. Now we are. This is the first time we have got someone on live, so fingers crossed. Hopefully it goes okay. It seems to be working for now anyway, which is good. I'm nearly feared to touch anything or do anything or look at anything at all in case I lose it. Sam Dixon's in, Irene Sheen's in, Reggie is in, Harry's in, JD is in, Myrtle Henry. Right, I think that's us. We're good. Chris, move you. Either you sit taller in your chair or you move your screen down a wee hair.
Because I'm looking down constantly.
That's what it is. You can't look down. You have to look. Chris looks like Jack the Ripper, says China. I thought it was more like your guy Sutcliffe. What do you call your guy Sutcliffe?
Does he want to put on the list, does he?
China. We have a massive list. So we've got 30 bands to get through. So without further ado, Chris, who did you pick up first and why?
Well, obviously this list was due to go out last week, but all this here. So the first band I put in, it was Saltcoats Pride of the Shore. Because they're a wee band that's no longer on the road anymore, but it's all because we had a good relationship with the band, the Gert, because the band used to keep going over to Saltcoats and all that there back in the 80s and 90s and all that there, and they met a fellow over there, Rob Gibson, and he sadly passed away last week, and yeah, so it was. Who's calling me a hunger striker?
Andrew's calling you a hunger striker. Yes, you just get used to the abuse, Chris, I'm afraid. Just get used to the abuse.
I'm used to it already.
So this is Saltcoats Pride of the Shore playing at Gertrude Star's Parade in 2014. Somebody was asking, were they wearing the Gert's trousers?
They were indeed. That was our old uniform. That was our old trousers. Yep.
Was it seriously?
Yes, that's our old mustard trousers.
I thought it was just somebody taking the piss.
No, it was indeed. As I said, we did help that bomb whenever they first formed. So
Oh, cool, cool, cool. Right, so where are we going next? So apologies everyone for us not being here last week. I was going to say it's totally my fault. It wasn't really my fault, but like there's nothing much I could do about it because my computer banjaxed. It decided to, I had upgraded to Windows 11. It was messing about with me, so I was downgrading back down to Windows 10, and then it just threw a wobbly. I was working on last Friday night till after midnight trying to get back again, which didn't work. And I spent most of the weekend trying to get it going, but it took the whole of Monday before I actually got back to it, and then I'd lost everything, and nightmare. But we're back. We are back, and now I also can get someone on live with me, which is brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. I was on the piss, Eddie. I could have really done with being on the piss, let me tell you. I could have done with it because my nerves were very rattled. No doubt about that. Now, where are we going next, Chris?
well, as said, due to be on last week, and the Somme Memorial is my next on my list. But as most people I'm sure would know, they also had a bereavement in the band last week, and of David Wilson, I think that's the name anyway. But so this is them on parade. Where was it again?
It's the Bangor
Apprentice Boys parade last
It is
year.
indeed, and they're playing fantastic march, Adjutant.
You're on mute, Valerie.
Is that me now?
That's you.
Oh, I know why it was. I'm getting on okay. Listen, I am getting I'm getting better at this. I definitely am. I'm getting more adventures, that's for sure. Hey, person that never made a mistake isn't made yet, isn't that right? Who have you picked up next, Chris?
Well, Clogher Protestant Boys up next. I think they were on parade at their own parade last year. And sadly, I noticed today on their, I think it was either today or yesterday, they also had a bereavement in the band. Or it was a former member of the band, but he was a long-serving member of the band, Colin Wiley.
I remember reading that. I think it was either bandmaster or something at one stage.
Something like that.
I think so. I think he was. It's. There always seems to be a spate, doesn't there? You know, it's you see one, and then the next thing it's horrible to see, and it really affects both the band, well, obviously the family of the person who's passed, but it affects the band, it affects everyone connected to the band, because it is simply a band family. There's no doubt about that. So it's always very sad when you hear things like that there. But this is a great clip of Clogher at their own parade this year. Clogher they're playing nice and loud. My Facebook comments, I get them 1 minute and then they're gone the next. I'm not too sure what is going on there, but we'll persevere. I couldn't remember the name there. It says mid to parade, but I knew it's Glenn. Says, have they only half a band out there? Oh my goodness. I
expect it to be nearly their full band at their own parade, like.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Lisa would have made better choices, apparently.
Bullshit.
I think Lisa disagrees with that.
You just have to wait and see who's on. You have to do.
I'll still pick with Gertrude.
Well, yes, not surprising. Chris's next band is great clip. It is an accordion band.
Yep, we have, as I dare say, most people would assume, the best accordion band.
Well, they are now. Now I'm back.
Few, but I'm not a big accordion fan myself, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who, like, there's obviously Brunswick, there's Aughnagurgan, there's Parkinson, who are quite enjoyable to listen to, but obviously this has to be Dunloy.
Well, it does, of course. I'm not in this one. Like, you could have picked a clip that I was at least in. If I
had to pick the clip even when you were in the band, you probably wouldn't have been walking because you would have been, fell out by then.
I managed all of the Ravens parade and I managed all of the Hegels parades. It was just the two before that I didn't manage. David Sheridan's away. He says he can hear the kettle boiling. Oh, David, What are we going to do with you?
Just hurry back for the next band. It's okay.
Dunloy there. Very small band, actually. 13 accordions. Yeah, very small band for Dunloy, and quite a few key parts or key players missing there as well.
Just speak a bit louder so everybody can come back.
Sorry?
Just shout a wee bit louder so everybody can come back. Now the accordion's over.
What are you up? What are you at, Chris?
I'm just trying to get the viewers back.
I could suddenly lose the connection to you. You realise that? You as well as everybody else. Glenn Miller has the Mormons in. Somebody else was walking their goldfish. I think it was Davy Logan was walking his goldfish. Someone else was away to get a pint. Gillian was on the red wine. Somebody else was taking a comfort break. My goodness. Andrew said that if it was a clip of me, it would have been black and white. Andrew, seriously. Chemo says the Vow is better. The Vow's a good band too. Definitely are. Vow's a good band too.
I rarely ever see the Vow, to be honest.
Well, the past couple of years they've gone down a wee bit in numbers. They used to be massive.
I've been seeing clips Richard's been putting up from 2004, and nearly every parade that he's put up.
Yeah, very, very. They attend most of the North Londonderry parades here. Did you see? I put a photograph on the forum the other day. It's actually the cover of one of their albums, and they must have been about 40 strong. It's those were in the times when the bands were good. Yeah, big accordion bands. We actually have found a march that Penny Johnson likes. She has got a march on her she likes list. The Pacer.
I knew I could do it.
And you managed it, Chris. Well done. I haven't managed it yet, but we'll do it. And lots of comments there about the drum major. I think That was Trevor Stewart, who is
It is
normally...
out of the Churchill.
Yes, I thought so. I thought it was indeed. Yeah, I thought it was, and then I wasn't too sure as it came up closer, but no. Philip says his internet's playing up. He says Dunloy have just taken part in a 100-meter sprint. All looking good to
No
me.
regimental band. You'll try keeping up with them.
Oh, they take such long steps, don't they? Such long steps. Right now, who's your next band, Chris?
I don't. They haven't been on yet since we came back.
I don't know about this. I'm going to have to check. I
It is
am
true.
going to have to
We've
check.
had the Earl Boys on once, but we haven't actually played this band because obviously we've had Viewer's Choice and then stuff like that. So we didn't put them. And then we obviously had the parades that happened, and they didn't have a parade last year, but they're having a parade this year for our 60th anniversary.
Oh, I wonder who it could be.
I wonder.
It's a girl, and do you know, I laughed when I whenever I was putting this clip on. I really did laugh because they're focusing on you the whole time is the camera.
That's how I knew it wasn't me.
Lisa says, very good, Lisa. This is a girl at East Belfast Parade last year. Strutting your stuff there, Chris. Huh?
Oh, I'm tired watching it already. That's me knackered. I'm going to bed.
Lisa, I have to admit, you definitely wouldn't have picked a clip like that there. Eddie wants to know, is there any clips of the day you led the SRD?
I wish there was, because I near killed that drum corps. That poor drum corps near took a battering that day.
Oh my goodness. Did you hit them with the sticker?
Oh, nearly. Lucky enough, they have quick reactions.
Maybe need to if you're in front of them. Glenn wants to know, when's the new Gert CD appearing and the return to the red uniforms?
I wish I knew. Don't.
You can't give anything away here.
I wouldn't know.
You can't give anything away. You can't give any away. Mark Green says, a night I'll remember for a long time. Buzz from start to finish that night. Was that because? Are you talking about SRD with the Chris leading them?
I think I thought about the Prod Boys parade.
Oh, the Prod Boys
Obviously,
parade.
that day was Black Day. So, and then China decides to have a parade the night of Black Day.
I see sense in it. I really do see sense in it. It was localized black parades. I have to admit, it's not often a defend out bugger, but this time I can, because it was localized black parades. And I mean, by 8 o'clock in the evening, 7 o'clock in the evening, you're home anyway. And a lot of bands don't do Black Saturday. So
Belfast County had a full parade anyway, because it's the smallest district.
And a lot of the bands don't do it, and a lot of the bands who'd have been going to East Belfast parade. There you go, China. There must be something in the water. I'm defending you for a change. Now, Silver Band up next, Chris.
Oh yes, the best band in Kilkeel.
Now that will start a debate more than
People
anything
know
else.
people know where me and Lisa stand. It's the best band in Kilkeel.
Lisa?
I can see murder being committed live on a virtual band parade. It is Kilkeel Silver, Two Blues, Joy and Reggie. I know that you're watching. I saw you on earlier. This is you playing on the 12th of July in Kilkeel itself.
You're on mute, Valerie.
My mute button was stuck. I was still banging away at it. I couldn't get it off. Absolutely fantastic there from Kilkeel Silver. Good picking on that one. Carl Portis is absolutely great picking. And of course, that is definitely the best bass drummer this evening, I would say, without a doubt. It is, of course, our Reggie, doing extremely well there. Super tempo. Really nice playing. As Ken Stewart said, nice, full, balanced sound. Excellent. Really good. Johnny Johns says, one of my and my son's marching band highlights in 2021 was seeing the amazing Hamilton Spawn Silver playing The Great Escape in Market Hill on the 13th of July. Awesome, would have taken your breath away. Hamilton Spawn is another good silver band. They definitely are. Now, where are we going to go next then, Chris?
We have Bessbrook True Blues at Pride of Ballylone Parade in 2018. Just keep an eye for the wee side drummer.
Oh, he's fantastic in this.
Yes,
he is absolutely brilliant. Here we go. Skeogh Fantastic. 2018, so that's what, 4 years ago?
Yep.
Wonder what height he is now. And the thing about it is, like, he's walking along there, he's not even walking in step because his legs are too short, but he's still, the timing is perfect. Absolutely perfect. I don't know how he done it. Now, where are we up next? Oh, this is a good clip. This is a good clip, Chris. Good pick in this one.
Well, we've got Ballylone Flute Band on parade at the Rathfine Black Saturday in 2014.
Starting off with a drum solo, which was kind of unexpected for me, I have to say, Ballylone with a drum solo, and then moving into the fantastic La Rêve Pass March. China is saying great crowds there. Good loyal town down there in Rathfriland. Sounding fantastic there. La Rêve Place, brilliant marches. Ken says it sounds good, but it's not easy to play, that's for sure. Now, where are we going next, Chris?
Right, I will probably get heckled for saying the way to say this band, but I seen JJ Johns was asking earlier on, just like we don't see this band on very often. Skeogh.
I don't know how you say it.
Skeogh.
Skeogh.
I think it's Skeogh, but
Skeogh, I have no idea, but it's
what
the
it
band
says
that's spelled
anyways.
Skeogh. We'll leave it like that. That keeps both of us right. Super there, absolutely super. What's the name of that march? Somebody tell me what the name of the march is. I can't remember. Underrated, excellent band, no dummy players in there, all drummers on piano the way it should be done. Great tunes and bands so far, but come on, Chris, my man, pipes.
Just stay tuned. There might be.
You're going to keep some happy with pipes, some not so happy with pipes. Start the county down, Alan Putt says about Skeogh. Thoroughly enjoying it. China, why are you getting saddlebags for your band? Is that to get all your wagon wheels and club orange biscuits? Biscuits, that's what it is. Just in case he gets peckish the whole way through. Now, Sam Ritchie commented about a big hi to the bandside millionaire and hope he's on the gin tonight. There's a millionaire around this area, bandside.
Does he want to share? Or?
I'm sincerely hoping so. Is he single? Do I know him? I'd love to see Drew's face. Is he any good at housework? You know, it's okay having money, but if he's no good at the housework, I don't need him. Right, who's up next?
Next up, we have South Belfast Young Conquerors. Parade at the annual South Belfast Memorial Parade. I believe that's what's up next anyway.
It is. Yes, you are totally right. Playing, I think it's Will You Stand? Somebody
It
will
is
tell me if
indeed.
I'm wrong.
It is indeed, yes. If it's the same one.
didn't give us any warning this time. Purposely, I text Chris while South Belfast are playing. I says, I'm going to go straight to the next clip. No warning, no toilet breaks, no kettle boiling, no nothing. It was, of course, Aughnagurgan Accordion playing there in Kitty at their Apprentice Boys service in 2021. Not many flags about, and fair play to them. It's absolutely important that we still keep those parading going in areas like that there. Apparently, just to let everyone know, Ballyhalbert, East Belfast and Prod Boys and Miller Memorial are still on the road. Videos are available on YouTube.
Also videos of other bands, just to let you know, Loyal Ulster bands.
Now, the thing about it is, it's easily, without a doubt, the 3 most bands played on this show are who?
The 3 Muskehound bands. East
Absolutely.
Belfast, Ballyhalbert. I don't know what they're complaining about. Even when the show wasn't on, 2 of the bands got played last week.
Hey,
East Belfast last band, Ballyhalbert when they were Blood and Thunder.
Just can't keep them happy at all. Right, who's up next? Ronnie was complaining that you didn't know where Portrush is.
Coincidentally, we were supposed to do their parade the year everything
stopped.
we were due to do their parade. It was raging.
Oh, it's a good parade. It was really, really good in 2021 because it was kind of one of the earlier ones, you know, when we can all get back again. And then the mist was coming off the sea. So we are in Portrush. It's Portrush's parade, but who is it playing? Don't get too excited, Ronnie.
It's Dunamoney Flute Band.
Was asked, and does anybody know the name of the tune Aughnagurgan played there? If you do, let us know. He said it sounded great. I wasn't listening that closely, to be honest, because I was too busy reading comments. That's terrible. But no. And JD says, colour party, arms down by the sides, as it should be, not arms behind the back. Yeah, super colour party there. Though, of course, China isn't happy because it's wee dolls. Who are we? Oh! Who's
Sorry,
next?
Amanda.
Next up is a pipe band, Amanda. When I first caught a glimpse of this, I had to look twice, and then I saw the orange lilies on the bass drum, so I knew we were all right.
No, I see them nearly every time we go down for the last Saturday August down in County Down. They're always there.
And who is it?
Ballygowan Pipe Band.
And this is them at St. Field Mini 12th, so they're definitely one of ours. we're getting a wee bit of education there. So, first of all, Ballygowan featured in part 1 of the band on BBC One. Did everyone watch the 3 nights
That's
of it?
exactly what I was exactly going to say that whenever I came back.
It was absolutely brilliant. And what I would ask you all to do is just send the BBC a wee email. I'll maybe find the email address for and post it on the page, just to encourage them to have more of that type of programming, because it was a really good representation of what it's like for all of us.
Well, I'm sure we can get 3 other bands in particular who are always asking to be played onto that.
They would just love that.
show.
But then again, oh no, it was Shankill Protestant Boys had Russ Kemp, wasn't it? Yeah.
It wasn't indeed, yeah. Ready Ardoin have also been featured as well.
So Philip tells us that someone was asked, and William Torrance said on pipes sound a bit strange, but it's because they're Boru pipes. They are different from Highland pipes because they have keys. So there you go. Higher pitched as well. That's why they sound different. I think, is it the Boru pipes work well with a flute band in terms of tuning? I'm not 100% certain. Now, who have you up next? This is a band we don't have on very often, so I like having bands that we don't normally have on. So I'm glad you picked this one.
I think they're also celebrating their 60th anniversary this year.
Excellent.
Because I know Pride of Ballymacaish are going over to their parade this year.
And it is
Whitburn Flute Band.
And this is them at their own parade in 2019. Whitburn flute band there. I'm assuming that was in Scotland.
Is that their own parade?
Yes, looks to be. Somebody was saying there, China doesn't need to worry because East Belfast down were on the BBC the other week.
Don't forget my headpiece, having a wee band practice.
And China says they got a wee donation as well. A wee
I'd
donation.
I'd like to think so.
I'm telling you. Ronnie wants to know, Chris, can you come to Portrush this year? It's a big year for the Sons of Ulster Portrush.
If the band aren't out, might head down, but as just depends what happens.
I think actually Portrush have managed to get a night that there's nothing else on. They've been doing well. They've been working on that date for quite a while. So
I remember they always used to clash with Gold Springs. Their parade was always on the same night. I think last year it was Ballyclare had their night that year. Last year.
What was I going to say? Stephen McKinney says, brilliant show tonight. All Chris is doing, I'm just pressing play on the clips. He chose them, so well done, Chris, there. Praise indeed. And Chris did pick them. Denise wants to know, is China Pastor Begley's twin? I do have a wee friend lives a friend of ours lives he lives in England now, in London now, but he's originally from Coleraine, and he's just Begbie's double. He absolutely is his complete double. So who are we going to next, Chris? Oh,
another wee accordion band.
It is indeed. It's Edgarstown. This is them at the 13th of July parade in Portadown last year. Edgarstown playing excellently there. Nice, good, strong band. A band that I definitely, the more I watch videos of them, I'm definitely becoming more and more impressed with them. The guy,
I'm sure everybody saw Valerie doing a bit of modelling in the background.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Eddie Dorney says the poster was the only thing watching them. Your first punch, Eddie. That's what you're for. Now, you're moving on to one of my mum's favourite bands is this next band. That's White Rock. And you've got them.
Could watch them all day. Going up for particular parades, they just steal the show.
They absolutely do. They can turn on the style in front of a crowd like nobody else. This is them at the Brian Robinson parade last year. it play too long because I was reading a message. Where is it? Irvine, you were asking about tartan face masks. Talk to our John. Talk to our China in Union Jack's shop. If he doesn't have them, I'm sure you know where you can get them. Absolutely fantastic there for the from the White Rock. And the thing I love about them is the plumes. Just they're not. There's not even an attempt to get them. They're purposely sticking out to the left.
Just hopefully they never change it. I remember I was listening to Glenn's podcast with the fella from the White Rock, and they said that they'll never change that style.
That's
and
good.
I don't ever want them to.
No, you don't. They got a lot of the old premiers off Ballyrasheen when they were changing their drums, and I think Ballyrasheen regret now ever getting rid of the old premiers because they're just such a great sound. Did you see the cymbal player? He couldn't have got any further apart with some of them cymbal clashes. Now, I love your next click. Chris, I have to say, one of my favourite bands, a band I don't think get enough credit for what they do.
They really don't. Like, they're such a band that you very rarely ever see due to numbers, but whenever they are out, they are fantastic. Like, I remember the Glenbrana parade, the main parade finished about 4, and I think it was them and Pride of the Shore walked, I think it was 6 or 7, so we just waited around just to see those two bands, just particularly facing drums, because you very rarely ever see them, but they never disappoint.
They are fantastic. Even just with a small band, they still have a great sound. I just wish a lot more folk would join them and build up the numbers so we'd see them more often. This is them at the East Belfast Memorial Parade on the 12th of June, 2021. Flutters there and really strong sound. Definitely no passengers among that there. Sounded brilliant. 2 really good friends of mine, Andy, who does my tattoos, and Jose are both members, and they're both not able to walk at the moment because of physical complaints, but they're still massively fifes and drums. You know, it's one of those things that they're maybe not actively walking, but they're still totally involved, which I think is fantastic, and kind of tells you what bands are all about, doesn't it? It's a connection.
Yeah, I've been hearing clips of them practicing. They only started back last week, and they've been sounding all brilliant already.
I know they are so good. Jensen is away to bed. Just giving a wee shout out to Jensen. He has got his own Facebook page. His PA has now created his own Facebook page for him because he's just too popular for Mummy's page any longer. And it's Jensen's Antics. So if you haven't already given it a wee like and follow, do so please, because that's where Gillian is posting all his videos and signing videos and all that kind of stuff. And he's so raising the profile of signing. And, you know, for such a young kid to be doing so much is just fantastic. He is a wee star. Now, I noticed somebody talking about a birthday earlier on, so get your birthdays in. We still have to do your birthdays. I have one in already, so get us all your birthdays in. But in the meantime, night, Jensen. We will see you again next week. No football tomorrow, so take it easy, and hopefully your wee ear infection is cleared up nice and soon. Who'd you pick next, Claire? I can't speak.
Everybody will always say the same thing about this band, the best lead tip in the country. I'll say that. He just is.
Simon is good. He needs to shave that beard off. Simon is good. But
there's nothing wrong with a beard.
We'll have to ask Lisa.
She's never complained.
A super band, absolutely brilliant, and they have it tough up there in Sharkin, because it doesn't seem to matter kind of what they do, they still get penalised the next year. Another thing, reduction in numbers and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I remember doing their parade twice. We did it, and one year we did the full route, another year we just missed the cutoff, but we'll walk down to the wee bit where they're coming back into the town just to walk through the parade for them.
It's frustrating, really, really frustrating, but all they can do is just keep their noses clean and hope that eventually sense will be seen. Now, another brass band up. I love the brass bands and silver bands.
We've got Maguire's Bridge Silver Band.
And they're playing at Black Saturday in 2020. I recognise this march, but I can't remember the name. Somebody tell me the name, please.
Don't get too carried away and listen to the band.
Excellent there. And thank you all for telling me the march was called Kenilworth. Really appreciate it. Ballygilmore's just in. He's in tonight. William says it was Aston who the band was before that. There it was Ballymaconley, and yes, Shargan is not a very nice area. It's not fond of a band like that. Now keep the birthdays coming in. We're getting one or two there. Mixture of brass and silver there. So what happens with the name? Is it a brass or silver band? I have no idea, and I genuinely don't know what the difference is.
Well, just call them Maguire's Bridge.
Well, we could do that. But what someone who knows then, maybe Reggie or some of the guys are Mo's and Dungannon silver. What is the difference between a brass instrument and a silver instrument? Maybe it's just a cost thing, other than the colour and the metal. What is the difference in the sounding of them? So we'll move on to the next band. Keep the birthdays coming in, as I said. And you have picked who next? I've lost my piece of the list. Oh, lovely.
We're going back to Scotland now, and we're going back for Black Skull Core Face and Drums.
They are fantastic. One of my favourite bands. I have quite a few favourite bands, don't I?
Yeah, I love them.
They are brilliant. Super band, lots of really brilliant comments about them, and is it any much wonder? William Callaghan, children's love it was. Play it Dunloy, great march. Chinful Piccolo, says Ken, and steady bass drummer. Nice pace and lovely pace. I've lost it. Lovely pace and terrific band, says Mo. You may notice Andrew says they're going down the road the wrong way, and that's all down to Glasgow Council, I'll not read the word in the middle, and their bright ideas. I don't know what they're thinking of. They really seem to be clamping down over there in Scotland, which is not good at all. Loads of comments coming in. Nicky Knight loves Black Skull, one of her all-time favourite bands. There is a brilliant band. Muriel loves Black Skull. I didn't know that. There you go. I know who my mum loves as well. China says they're on every week. They are not. They're not on often enough. That's all I can
Last
say.
time I remember, it was Black Skull and Donaghcloney was on last.
China's maybe confusing the two. Right, where are we going next? You are heading out of the park here tonight, Chris. You absolutely are, I have to say.
Well, I remember seeing them on the wee show as well, the band, 2 weeks ago as well, Kilwaughter.
Oh, yes.
They were featured on it. There was the dad, there was a bass drummer, and the son who's the lead tip.
Yes, the dad is actually, he does the bugle in the Royal Irish, and would do a lot of the, the last posts at the Ulster Tower and at Meningate and all those kind of places as well. Is it Craig's the son?
I think it was Craig, yes.
Craig's the son. I can't remember the dad's name. But this is Kilwaughter at the Black Saturday Parade in Ballymena last year. Super sound there from Kilwaughter. China says they don't suit t-shirts. You're right, they don't look right in t-shirts. But from memory, Black Saturday last year was a very, very warm day. So probably didn't want members fainting right, left and centre in big heavy jackets. Alan wants to know, does anybody remember Hillsborough Protestant Boys with 28 flutes and 10 drums? Or the Pride of Down Drumore? I think I did. I think I've posted an old photograph of Hillsborough Protestant Boys, Alan. It's probably in the album somewhere. But it's one of those, them and Drumore would be two kind of areas of bands that I wouldn't see very often. Chris, you maybe would see them more than me.
Who's this?
Pride, or Hillsborough Protestant Boys or Pride of Down Drumore. Did you ever see
I think
them?
the last time most times whenever I saw Hillsborough Protestant Boys, they were normally small. I normally saw them at Upper Falls Parade, but they were always quite small.
Aye.
But that was obviously long after their big days.
Yeah. Okay, keep going to play the birthdays after this one, so keep the birthdays coming in. This next band, always one of Roy's favourites.
I don't think there was a band that touched them last year. In all honesty, as soon as they came out, they just
straight out of the tracks. Well,
Straight
they're out of
out,
the trap, weren't they? They definitely. And It's great seeing bands just revamping and just rising up another level, isn't it? It's
The
really,
tunes that Logie comes out with are just unbelievable sometimes.
they're really innovative, and the way that he puts them together in the various arrangements. So this is Rathcoole Protestant Boys at Pride of the Mains Parade last year. Brilliant arrangement, A Sound of Silence there from Rathcoole Protestant Boys. Birthdays. Linda Neely got in touch there during the week to say, to ask if we could give a big shout out and happy birthday to her mum Rosemary, whose birthday is on Sunday the 23rd. Also remember JD, whose birthday was last Sunday. He was partying last Saturday night and also partying this weekend as far as I'm aware as well. Angela Cunningham also had her 60th birthday last week, and I'm told that there is a upcoming, well, I thought it was actually 70, but I'm told it's only 60 for Tad Adamson tomorrow. He says he's only 59 plus 364 days. Nice try, Tad. Nice try. And also to Sheila Gallagher, and that comes from Annie and Ron Hyman. They say that you're due for your bus pass, Sheila. I don't believe that at all. Are you the Sheila Gallagher? Is your daughter Samantha? Did you used to work in Asda? Because I know Samantha quite well. So happy birthday to you all. We hope you have a wonderful day. Rebecca says, wish my dad a happy birthday for tomorrow. We do indeed. Happy birthday to Rebecca's dad. Here, as always, there is no way you can have a birthday without having your own serenade from you know who.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from the forum. Happy birthday to you.
Birthdays are just not the same without it. Now, I'd want to give a quick shout out to Eddie Baird. Eddie very kindly sent me, oh, let me see, this way, try to get to the camera, a Ballycraigie and Sons of Ulster calendar, which is going up on my wall. I would even signed the back of it. Thank you, Eddie. I didn't want to put it up my wall until I could show it. I intended having it show, and thanking you, Eddie, for this last week on the show. And also a massive thank you to Amy in Clogher for your wee thank you card as well. Thank you for both of those. Now, where are we going next? Oh, nice wee bit of accordion again, Chris. We should have just went straight into
the last accordion of the night, so you can stay on as soon as that door's over. You're fine.
That's
You can
terrible.
stay.
That is terrible. There is not a thing wrong with accordions. This is Lagananny at Pride of the Hill Rathfrilan's Parade in 2021. I'm trying to think of the name, lest you not come back again. I can't remember the proper name of it. I'm sitting singing the lyrics in my head. Excellent there from Lagananny. And unfortunately, our last accordion of this evening. Tut tut, Chris.
Just a wee short. It was just a wee short clip. Because they're all fine now. It's melody and blood and thunder for the last 8 or so.
That is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Denise and Amy are going to be happy about your next clip, though.
Yes, I had this originally on the thing anyway, but I also noticed on their Facebook page they also had a recent bereavement from a long-serving member of the band, John Keary, I think his name was. He recently died there over the past week.
That's right. I remember seeing that on their Facebook page as well. So this is them at the City Hall Remembrance event in 2017. Excellent from the regimental. Just laughing at Eddie's comment there. At least there's no Outdoll looking lost walking behind them in that clip. That's terrible. JD says best band in Ulster, one of his ex-bands. Slagging going on there, Sheila, about you and the bus pass. That is terrible. Denise is very happy. She says, I knew Lisa's stick man with the stick wouldn't let us down. So there you go.
Like, it's always one of the highlights on Remembrance Sunday. The sound just reverberates off the city hall.
Oh, it does. It's fantastic. Cracking clip. Outstanding band, says Gillian. Moving on quickly. I know this will keep Adrian happy. I haven't seen him commenting this evening. Hopefully he is in. Next choice of yours is one of his favourites, Chris.
Also one of my favourites. Whenever they come over, I always go to Sandy Road to watch them at Remembrance Sunday. And know a few lads out of the band. They're just burning.
Was it them did the City Hall?
No, they don't do the City Hall. They do Sandy Road.
No, but you remember the ones that did the parade through City Hall?
Oh, yes, they are indeed.
Well, the thing about it is they go to Vegas. We're of course talking about Clogher Protestant Boys, and they go to Vegas and they can walk through the casinos, but yet they're not allowed to walk through Belfast City Hall.
Been to San Francisco, I walked on the Golden Bridge,
the Golden Gate Bridge and everything, but you can't go to Belfast and walk City Hall. This is Clogher Protestant Boys in 2018 walking at East Belfast Protestant Boys Parade. Let me see, what number is that? 25. Couldn't think of number. Personally, I don't see what was wrong with that going round the City Hall. I mean, it could have been a whole lot worse. There was a comment that I wanted to pick up on there.
And John Singleton strutting his stuff first, drum major.
Ah, yes, very distinctive style, absolutely has. There was a comment somewhere. Yeah, I've done the birthdays, but there was a comment somewhere that I'd noticed and I meant to comment. Oh, heaven knows what it was. But anyway, next clip up. For aficionados of who like White Rock, they'll also like this one.
We have the Netherton Road.
They are super, aren't they? I like them too. I don't know. Are they as good as White Rock? Better than White Rock? Equal to White Rock?
I've seen Glenn whenever he had the White Rock on. He's also talked to the Drum Chapel and all that there, because I've seen, I think, counties supposedly coming over for the centenary parade. It was just like, could you just picture all four of the bands in one parade, one after another?
It would be super, wouldn't it? Like,
would be some noise, but
there would, but the crowd would love it. This is Netherton parading outside the Loudon Bar. Oh, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Loudon Bar. those bands with the plumes like straight out. I can't even do it that way. That way there. Absolutely brilliant, Netherton. They're all plumes are all doing an eyes left, said China. We white ones this time instead of the orange of White Rock. Getting through the clips right here, we're doing not too bad. Just the 4 left and no accordions in them whatsoever. It's just not good enough. Not good
Also,
enough.
if you don't mind, can I put a wee plug in? It's for a wee thing that I know the South Belfast Young Conquerors are doing for charity. They're doing at Dander and a Dip. They're on the 19th of February. They're leaving from the Donegal Pass, making their way to Donegal. It's all in the aid of 4 wee kids who are battling cancer and stuff like that there. Like Poppy Ogle, Jake Oliver, Bailey Hardy, and Zion Cassidy.
I think I saw that. I think I shared it on the page. Yes, I think I saw it. I definitely did. Well done to that. Do you know the bands are absolutely fantastic when it comes to fundraising, aren't they? Absolutely.
Yeah, because I know there's a few of the Gert that are doing it as well, because they did the walk from East Belfast to Ballymena.
They did indeed, and Rodney and all those guys sort of like met them there as well, or maybe did it with them. I don't know. Maybe I'm not giving them enough credit there. But absolutely, the bands just do not get enough credit for. Sorry, I had let the dogs out, so I have to just check. Are they looking in? They don't get enough credit for it. They really don't. Next band up is Upper Falls Protestant Boys.
Wee soft spot for this wee band because I grew up in Suffolk, so I did. My dad was in the band whenever I was a young nipper.
So why did you not join them?
Because we moved from Suffolk and ended up in New Mosley, and never met.
Don't come from New Mosley.
No, I've moved around a good bit. And I was in Queen's Park and all this here, all up this Newton Abbey direction.
China, did you hear that? Band humper, or band humper?
Well, I'm not a band humper, no.
We should maybe just go to the clip. It's Upper Falls Protestant Boys at I can't speak. Ulster First Flute's 25th anniversary parade. Absolutely brilliant there. Now you're going to start a row with this next one.
I am not starting any rows. I'm fine.
You're going to start a row because you haven't had East Belfast Protestant Boys on, you haven't had Miller Memorial on, and you haven't had Ballyhalbert on, but you are going to put these guys on.
I am going to put this band on. They're a really good band. I'm still not used to seeing them with the white drums though. I'm just not used to seeing them. They're usually the chrome drums is what I'm used to seeing them. Seeing them with the white drums is still off-putting a wee bit, but still sound brilliantly all the same.
They are. Anytime that I've been had the pleasure of walking behind them, their pace is solid as a rock. It is, of course, keeping Glenn happy. Pride of the Raven. nearly went on too long. I was too busy reading the slag in there. Oh dear, struggles in the back row there, struggling in the back row, definitely. Old grey-haired men, you see, when you're too old for it, Glenn. You need to give it up. I'm building up my stamina. China earlier on said that Kilwaughter were playing t-shirts to walk a mile. Ballymena is a whole lot more than 1 mile, and I am not even daring to go there yet because there's no way I could do it yet. But I'm gonna get built up this year, definitely. Go into training or something before the year starts.
One of my favourite places to parade, like Ballymena. I've never really enjoyed it. Don't know why.
Ballymena's
I
not.
think it's just whenever you're going up through the tight streets, the cars are so close, so you're just like, I don't want to do much in case I end up getting sued.
What I don't like about Ballymena is there are lots of parts of the parades where it's not that there's no crowds, but because it's such a long parade route and they're spread out so much, you know, like that bit out round the roundabout, you very rarely get people standing out round that there, you know, and you get pockets of parade or good crowds, but a lot of the time, you know, they're very sparse. No, it's I'm going to go into training before the year starts. About February, I'll maybe start training. Go out round Ballymoney and just keep walking around Ballymoney to make sure I can finish it. Ballymena was one of the worst parades I've ever done. Andrew said he's seen the one street about 7 times. Well, that might have been something to do with the alcohol levels, Andrew, as opposed to the parade route. Now, who did you pick next, Chris? We've only the 2 left.
We only have the 2 left, and I'll do a wee plug after that there for Clogher Defenders in a wee minute, because I've seen Eddie was posting about their wee ballot that they're doing.
Yes, great prize.
It is indeed. If you're a Liverpool or a Rangers fan, you know, you can £5 is all it takes to go to Great Game Soonest.
Can I just say that I have I've been to a lot of those Liverpool meet the players type events up in Belfast, and they are fantastic. So it is definitely well worth a £5. There is no doubt about it. In actual fact,
particularly the price of the tickets I went on and had a look. I think it's between 40 to 150 quid.
Mm-hmm.
That.
It's not even so much the price of tickets, it's it's what I buy at them. I'll show you something in a minute after this tune. So this is Portadown Defenders playing at South Belfast Memorials Parade in 2021. now, when you see this, I'm going to struggle to get this. So be aware, if you do happen to win the tickets for Gertrude Defenders Liverpool thing, just be aware of the amount of money you can spend. Because I haven't even got hung up yet in the wall here. But look at this. Now, let's see if I can make sure that we're getting it. See? Oh no, this way here. Look. That is me and Ian Rush and John Barnes and oh my goodness, can't remember his name and can't remember his name now.
Aldridge.
It's down beneath. John Aldridge, Ian Rush, John Barnes and Stephen. So be careful of the money you will spend when you go to those things, but they are absolutely fantastic and definitely worth £5 a ticket. There's no doubt about that. Now, last clip of this evening, Chris.
Well, before I'll do that there, it's just, I know I didn't play any of the Musket Hounds, so I'll give a wee plug for the Miller Memorial. They're having their wee concert in the Belfast City Hall on the 11th of February, I think it is.
They are.
Green Night is Weber's Wheels.
I was hoping to get up to it, but Tim has asked me to compere at Weber's Wheels, and we're also going to be going live because it is a Friday night, so he'd asked if I could go live as well. And also then what we're going to try and do is going to have a chat to some of the people in the bands after they've played. I don't know how it's going to work. It might work, it might not work. We don't know, but we'll not know until we try it. So you could come down and do the interviews, Chris.
I can't interview anybody. So hopefully I'll keep Stephen Feely off my back since I plugged the Millers we do.
There you go. Well, that'll keep one of them happy, if nothing else. So final tune for tonight. Who have you picked?
I've picked the Gold Springs True Defenders. Like a couple of years ago, before the pandemic, like they were really hitting it really hard. Like they were really struggling, I thought. But last year, they just seemed to come out of nowhere. They just seemed to just hit their stride. I think it was South Belfast. It was the first time I've seen them since then. And they just, I don't know what happened, but they just flew up the Donegal Road. Like they sounded really, really well.
Brilliant. I saw them most recently at Ballykeel's indoor there in November. And the thing that I was most amazed at was there was just the one guy in the bass drum, Joe, I think his name is.
Hey Joe, yeah.
And he was beating the crap out of that bass drum. Never lost the rhythm. Absolutely brilliant, but beating the crap out of it all by himself for their whole set. I don't know how he did it. God love him. I was waiting him taking a heart attack and killing in front of us. But they were really, really good. Small in number, as you say, but playing it really well. Chris, thank you so much for being my guinea pig and being here with us tonight. I'm just so delighted that we got it working, and apologies for making you wait for an extra week because we couldn't get anything working last week. There was no hope. So thank you very much. Your clips have been fantastic. The number of people are saying about the great show and the great choices and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely excellent. Hopefully it won't be the last. We'll maybe persuade Lisa. She's still sitting in there hiding.
She's still sitting here taking down notes. And all the parade dates, if you still haven't got your parade dates in, you know.
Yes, we're talking a few ideas, Lisa and I, earlier on, and we'll maybe get something coming up for everyone. But until then, thank you so much, Chris. Thank you to Lisa as well in the background. Silent but deadly. She is silent but deadly in there. But thank you to you all watching, and as always, keep the flutes to the Moose Boys, because we're coming to the tune, and we're going to finish up with Gold Springs and then close the show.
It was when England's glorious sun in 1688 was overcast with treason's cloud and popery stood elate, that up arose her Protestants, the peasant and the peer, and vowed the chain of perjure James that they would not dainty wear. They sought them out a prudent chief to guide their heart and zeal, to lead them on that victory might bless their flashing steel. And who so fit to guide that host in all its bright array as William, Prince of Orange, ere he landed at Torbay? Then up arose the mighty chief and left his native shore, and rode upon the stormy waves our freedom to restore. Upon his flag was blazoned forth, high fluttering o'er the main, that our religion and our laws he ever would maintain. 'Twas then in gallant style he stood upon the vessel's prow, with victory on his flashing sword and wisdom on his brow. And tens of thousands greeted him upon his natal day, when he, our glorious Orange chief, first landed at Torbay. Come, brethren of the Orange bond, a bond ne'er to be riven. Whene'er we give great William's name, a bumper must be given. For if you'd fire a fou de joie to him who victory won, come prime and load and see you give charge unto your gun. The eloquence of bumpers full there's nothing can surpass. There's naught expresses kindred soul like friendship's social glass. And thus we give our song and toast with 3 times 3 huzzah, the memory of King William and his landing at Torbay. The memory of King William and his landing at Torbay.